My name is Zephaniah Smith.
I'm Whitney.
And both Whitney and I are always people of service. That's kind of who we are. We're people pleasers, which isn't always the greatest thing, but that's kind of who we are. So we always find ourselves in a position where we're looking to serve. Whitney grew up in her church. She was doing a lot of mission trips and things like that. So service was right for her. For me as a kid, I grew up in an area that was not so great. Not a whole lot of income, parents working most of the time, and just me gallivanting around the streets and getting in trouble. And I don't know, when I saw this school in this area, I was thinking maybe I could find a kid out there that was like me that might need, some inspiration, some new direction, something like that. So it just made sense for me. This neat little school with this cool courtyard in the middle, open air, and I was like, there's something about this, and I just kept getting drawn to it. Then I started doing a little bit of research and realized that we're in a bit of a food desert here, meaning that it's further than a mile away to find any food that's not wrapped in cellophane. There's not a lot of fresh food available. So I started thinking about the oasis garden that we have built out back. And thinking, how can that serve? And then from there, it just kept ballooning and ballooning. We're like, what's the building going to be? And the ideas kept growing from there. But ultimately, the overarching idea is a community center or a place to serve, just like it was before. It was a school before, serving this community. Let's put this building back into service for this community.
And I'd say too, once we got here, we just tried to pay attention. Just the more time we spent here, thinking about what it used to be, kind of what's happened to it since, and then just starting to get to know people in the neighborhood, just kind of observing, what, if any, are the needs around here, and maybe how could this building be utilized to, meet some of that.
So to me, the Cleo Bailey Experiment is a place of service, whether it be a place where people from the greater community can come in and find a place to plug in and serve, or people from the community can come in and realize there are services here to provide what they may need. But it's about fostering that service mentality.
In order to kind of see a dream and a hope for your future, you need to be in a space where you're allowed to do that.
This project is so big that we cannot do it without help. We cannot do it without this community. It won't happen. So partnering with the Henderson community has been fairly seamless. We know Facebook because that's our generation, and we just put the word out, and my goodness, just people came out of the woodwork just raising their hand saying, I can do that, I can do that. And we found all these people, just this outpouring of desire to plug in, and we realize what kind of a community we're in here in Anderson. I mean, it's a phenomenal group of individuals that live here in Anderson.
I'm Jessie Stiles, and I am 20 years old. A lot of the area around me I saw kind of get beaten down and ignored, and a lot of people were didn't have a car to get to the grocery store, couldn't access certain needs that they needed to get by in life. And this project is kind of trying to create a center for the community where there isn't one, where people don't have access to that. And if the kids need a study or something, or different resources, and it seemed like a very good project, you can incorporate a lot of different skills into just building this place up, and fixing it up is a great experience. I want to say I first came out here to actually supply people with stuff that they need, going outside of this block and seeing just devastation of houses, and doing something with this that can actually help that. It's a very good experience coming out here and volunteering.
My name is Cameron Henderson. I'm 12 years old. I go to Glenview Middle School, and I live down the street from this school, this community. They did a lot of stuff with me. They They let me water the plants, help with them cut the grass and stuff.
An overwhelming thing that we heard from the community when we were out walking and talking with them was that they're looking for a safe place for their kids to be, whether it's after school or during the summer or whatnot. So thinking about that after school program, I would love to have a place for kids to come after school, get the tutorial needs that they have so they can get their academic work done, buttoned up, and feel good about the next day, feel like they're stepping into school knowing that they're ready for it. On the flip side of that, in a community center, we have adults around here in need as well, in need of the same things quite often. The financial advisement, the budget setting, the goal setting, those things, those classes could be here.
Maybe employment assistance, but also some of those basic needs. Because to me, if you're not meeting some of the basic needs, that prevents the other things from happening.
I am Jeremiah Erzberger. I am 13 years old. I go to Glenview Middle School in the 7th grade, and I live just a couple of houses down from here. Every day I get off the bus from school, I'll walk by this, and I'll see minor differences on certain occasions, and I feel like it's a really good thing for me to come out here and volunteer, because usually on my weekends off, I just sit down, I watch TV, I do things that wouldn't be really of help to anybody, and I hope that it will be more of an involvement for me and to help build this up as it goes. Honestly, I feel like this could be a really good change for the community, the neighborhood, anybody that lives around and could be involved in it. Whether it be volunteering work or just help for the people that need it.
So the Blight to Beauty project started in my mind several years ago when I was trying to secure the building. And I started looking at all these boarded up windows and I was thinking, we've got to do better than this. This is not what we're ultimately going for. So I thought, what if we reached out to local artists and gave them an opportunity to put together their artwork and put it up in place of these boarded windows. So we reached out to a local artist named Shay Abramo.
We got to a point where artists were at a standstill and really had no way of showing their art or doing anything publicly for the past few years. And when this opportunity came up, we're also trying to be more goal-oriented and more community-oriented. And this was like just hitting all of the markers of what we're trying to do as artists in our community, in our town. So moving forward into this project, I'm hoping that this entire collection becomes contagious in our community. And I hope that it makes people want to just really bring out the beauty that we have in this little bitty town. And we're already so far ahead in our efforts with art that this kind of just proves that we can get a large group of talent and pull off anything.
I hope to see other individuals see that there is life and beauty in the rougher areas of the community. So I hope to see that these things come into flourish and they kind of bring a little bit more pride and beauty to the area.
We want this to be the place that is the central location. It's where the kids remember growing up. It's where the parents, when they need something, it's where they come. It's the place that people hang out. It's where the community was rebuilt.
Just seeing people get plugged in with us and excited, and that gives me hope that even if we're having a rough time, there's other people that are gonna help lift it up and keep it going.
This has re-inspired hope in me, and I see it inspire hope in others. So it's seeing that mirrored hope from someone else coming back to me, and it's that back and forth that just provides that hope inside of me and says, this is going to happen. There's no way around it, it is going to happen. So, I believe in the Cleo Bailey Experiment because I believe in people. I believe in what we want to do. I believe in our heart to care for others. I believe in Cleo Bailey because I believe this is a place where people have proven to me that they wish to serve. I believe more so in this community, and Cleo Bailey is just that vessel for us to tap into that community.